Hello and welcome to Big Bore Knife and Gear. Today I am going to do a piggyback video with his permission off the video that BladeBanker just put out on Chinese production knives. He went over 4 brands, which were We, Bestech, Kaiser, and Riot. And today I'm going to go over Savita, Tucson, and Kuby, which are 3 brands that I thoroughly enjoy from China. This one here, sitting on top of this awesome Hank from Shadowborn Hanks, is the newest one to my collection. The brand is Y-Start. I actually won this in a giveaway. I've had it in hand for about 10 days now. And you'll see a video coming out on this knife, but this is just another fine example of some of the fantastic work that is currently coming out of China. So stick around and we're going to jump into these other 3 brands and enjoy the ride. So welcome. The first one we're going to talk about is Savita. And for me, Savita is probably, in my opinion, the best out there right now as far as budget brands go. Every Savita I've ever put in my hand has an absolute fantastic fit and finish, and an absolute fantastic action. I currently have 4 today. 2 of them are mine, 2 are on loan from Mr. J.D. Shadow. This one here is the Savita Shredder. It's a fairly recent knife that they put out. Great ergonomics, fantastic feel in hand. Super smooth action, perfect centering, just like every other Savita I've ever put in my hand. Just fantastic knives coming from China. I'll tell you, these American companies better be taking note. As much as I love America and support as much American product as I can, I'm not naive. I know it's a world market. And some of these knives, in fact, the majority of them, quality-wise and for the price points, just blowing the American stuff out of the water. Absolutely fantastic. Savita is the budget line for We knives. For those of you that don't know, We, obviously Chinese, is also an OEM manufacturer. So they do have several designers actually producing their knives for them. And I got to tell you, all 3 of these companies that we're going to discuss today are just knocking it out of the park. Savitas, most of them, price range wise, are $40 to $80, I'd say, is the bulk of their knives. Some do get a little more expensive, but every single one, oh, that's fantastic. Every single one I've ever put in my hand has just been outstanding. Fit and finish is always fantastic. Action is always super smooth. Centering 99% of the time is dead perfect. They're just putting out some fantastic quality production knives. So, just a little summary on Savita, as I will do on the other 2. Fantastic knives, super budget friendly when you're in that $50 to, let's say, $80-ish price range. And yeah, fantastic. I was late to the game with Savita. My first Savita knife that I ever bought and owned was this Praxis, and I've only had it for a couple of months now, maybe 3 months. But just fantastic quality so far in everything I've put in my hand. Next up, folks, is going to be Kuby, so stick around and we'll be right back. And with the magic of movie making, we are back with Kuby. Kuby is one of my favorite Chinese production knives. I have several. I'm going to showcase the last, we'll just call it 4. The last 4 that I've gotten. We'll start with the one that everybody has been doing reviews on and most people should know, and that's the Kuby Eris. Fantastic, fantastic knife. Look at the quality coming out of Kuby. Look at the carbon fiber. Let's get this to focus. Look how absolutely gorgeous that is. Titanium, carbon fiber. This one's D2 steel with that grade stonewashed finish. Absolutely fantastic. By the way, this is budget. This is a budget knife. My most recent one is the Kuby Drake. Again, just fantastic fit and finish. Fantastic, fantastic work on that carbon fiber. This one has their updated logoed pivot now. Titanium, carbon fiber, OS 10 steel. Just an absolute dream. This one's the 237. This is also a fairly new blade that I acquired. Absolutely gorgeous and fantastic. And then, of course, the 233, which if you've watched my video, was my budget knife of the year pick. This thing is an absolute workhorse. D2 steel, G10, gorgeous color coordination with all the hardware, clip and blade all done in that, even the liners done in that matte gray finish. And again, all of this super budget friendly. I believe this knife was about 25 bucks. This beauty right here I think was about the same price, maybe $28. Super sharp, fantastic action, centering on point on all of these. Most expensive knife on the table was this, the Drake. This particular one was 99 bucks in the carbon fiber version. The G10 version is about 30 bucks less. The Eris, I think I paid 45 or 50 bucks for. Just fantastic product coming from Kuby. So Kuby is a little different than Savita. Their range actually goes from like $20-ish all the way up to $100, $110, depending on the model and configuration. But I said it on the last one. I'll say it to this one. All these American manufacturers, the big ones, 2 specifically, we'll just go with Spyderco and Benchmade, truly need to pay attention to what's coming in from China. Top-notch, quality stuff at an extremely reasonable price point. Extremely good quality and great pricing. I'll leave descriptions, or not descriptions, I'll leave some links in the description for all these knives, not each model, but each manufacturer. And I'll also leave a link for BladeBanker, super cool dude. I'll leave his Instagram and YouTube links down there. If you don't already follow or subscribe, you need to do that. Super human being, super cool dude. Has a ton of knives, has a ton of beautiful, gorgeous customs, budget knives, the whole gambit. That guy is a knife collecting beast. So this was part 2 of the video for Kuby knives. Part 3 is going to be Tucson, which is one of my favorites as far as aesthetics go. So stick around and we'll get to Tucson's in just a moment. Hello and welcome to part 3 of the Chinese production knives video. This is going to be about Tucson. For me, Tucson is my favorite Chinese production company. And I say that because not just are they great quality, but they have some of the most beautiful designs, in my opinion, out there. So not only are they fully functioning tools, the majority of them are just outstanding aesthetically and a absolute pleasure on the eyes to look at. So I've got 5 that we're going to showcase real quick. Tucson does come with all sorts of product. And by that I mean you can get versions with titanium. You can get versions of the same knife in G2. Some have wood handles. Some are carbon fiber. Some are mix and match. All sorts of steels that you can think of. D2, 14C28, M390. I believe there's a few of them out there now in S35 VN or S90, one of the two. I mean, just a plethora of designs and choices and patterns. And for the most part, you can pick up a Tucson, depending on the components, anywhere from $35 on up to $150. Most of the ones I have here, I got anywhere from $30 to $60. Fantastic fit and finish on every single one. Centering perfect, action fantastic. Just amazing, amazing. Whoops. Hit my finger. Amazing quality coming from China right now. Oh. This one happens to be a combination with titanium and carbon fiber. And again, the carbon fiber work on these knives is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So I've already said it twice in this video, and I cannot stress enough that these American companies right now truly need to pay attention to what's coming out of China. Fantastic stuff, amazing quality. Again, this one happens to be an all G10. There's a full titanium version of this particular knife. There's so many options. This one is D2. They do have M390 versions. I mean, just, it's almost like a custom production because there's so many options for the same knife. I think I paid $35 for this one. I've seen these in the full titanium version go for like $65. I've seen the ones in M390 go for $110 on up. It's just fantastic stuff coming out of China. This is one of my absolute favorites. This is a stunningly beautiful knife. It caught my eye, and I did get all of these on eBay, by the way. I played the auction game for a while. This one was outstanding. My 4th or 5th auction, I finally won one. I set a limit. Everybody kept outbidding me. And then finally, I got this absolute gorgeous, stunning knife. I don't remember what I paid, but I don't think it was more than $50. Maybe $55, because I set a $55 limit. But absolutely beautiful. Tucson's also has a multitude of designers that they work with, both foreign and domestic. Let me showcase my latest Tucson that I got. I've had this one for a week to 10 days now. This is the TS67 Shinobi. Fit and finish is amazing. This is obviously all titanium. It's been flamed. Check this out, guys. I fail this knife a lot because I push the lock bar. It is very slender, so I have to pay attention to that. Look at this gorgeous thing. Look at how stunningly beautiful that is. And I'm going to tell you something. The designer, Caleb Fechner, he's an up-and-comer. He has a few knives out now. When he designed this and Tucson produced it for him this year, I believe, or possibly the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, This dude was 16 years old. You heard me right. 16 years old. Absolutely fantastic. By the way, that was one of my New Year's resolutions for 2020. I'm going to try to get my hands on and invest in a lot of the new, young, up-and-coming designers. I mean, look at this. 16 years old. Fantastic. Just absolutely fantastic. Well, that's about all I have for today, folks. If you guys have not checked out many Chinese-produced knives, I implore you to do so. You are by no means taking away from the market here in America. Again, it is a world economy we live in. And these knives are absolutely fantastic. So as always, please like, subscribe, leave me a comment because I love the feedback. And until next time, take care.